One could say that military vet Jason Bowes and his chocolate Labrador, Celia, were pretty much inseparable. A great team on and off the field. When it came time for Jason to return to the States, he never expected he would ever see Celia again. Separations are never easy, and the military actually warned soldiers against forming emotional connections with dogs that serve in the field. Of course, that is easier said than done. However, years after going their separate ways, Jason and Celia were given the opportunity to reunite once more. Let's just say the story will warm your heart, proving love can transcend time and location.
Hello, story lovers. I'm Jamie Buck, and here is...
Years after losing her partner on the field, this military dog got the surprise of her life.
Before we move on, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notifications bell for new amazing videos.
When Sergeant Jason Boss was partnered with the chocolate lab overseas, it was love at first lick. While the Army usually discourages bonding with companion dogs, the rule usually was never followed. Unfortunately, after his time served was up, they both had to go their separate ways. But years later, something changed, and the two old friends discovered they would be both reunited. Celia the Labrador, also known as Cece, helped serve alongside Boss in Iraq for 5 years. Together, they were a dynamic duo, and Cece saw more in her life than most dogs ever do. But the question remained, would she remember her former friend? When Boss and Cece worked together, her job was to sniff out bombs and prevent dangerous situations on the front line. Thanks to her amazing sense of smell, Cece had prevented soldiers from countless deaths over the course of her military career. Boss revealed to News Channel 8 that Cece had been around the world over the course of her military career. She had worked in Iraq, Germany, and even Kuwait. Even by military dog standards, she had seen more in her career than most dogs ever did. Unfortunately, in 2012, Boss suffered from an injury that would bring their relationship to an abrupt end. While Boss was flown home, Cece remained to continue with her duties. It broke Boss's heart to return to Michigan without his best friend and partner, leaving him to wonder if he would ever see her again. Boss revealed to the local media that despite his amazing relationship with Cece, the protocol wouldn't allow for them to stay together, therefore the dog remained in Army custody. However, 2 years later, Boss received some very unexpected news. It was revealed that Cece was being retired from her duties with the armed forces, bringing a ray of hope to Boss that they could possibly be reunited. While the dog returning to the United States was up in the air, Boss refused to give up hope that they would see each other again. Thankfully, the American Humane Association and Mission K9 Rescue received word of Boss and his attempt to reunite with his furry pal and decided to help. After some networking and petitioning on Boss's behalf, it wasn't long before Cece was on her way back to the U.S. The morning of their reunion at the Chicago O'Hare Airport was one filled with excitement but also anxiety. What if Cece didn't remember her old pal? However, the moment he saw her and she shouted her name, her pace quickened. Soon she was showering her former friend with kisses in an emotional reunion that had bystanders in tears. "I just went to the ground because I knew she was coming at me," Boss said, "and I just called her name and it was awesome." It seemed Cece's memory was still very much intact. The local news described Cece as an extraordinary dog whose skill set was unmatched. When asked if he had given his house a once-over due to her powerful sniffing skills, Boss laughed. He was so happy to have his best friend back. Together again after years of separation, Boss has no plans to make Cece return to her working days. Now he wants to just adapt to civilian life and give Cece the retirement she deserves. This includes sleeping on the couch and an endless supply of treats. One of the things Boss looks forward to most is traveling. With no ties and his schedule wide open, he hopes to hit the road with Cece and see the sights. It looks like those naps on the couch may have to wait just a bit longer. Since settling in with her former friend, Cece couldn't be happier. The duo is completely in sync with one another, and Cece even remembers all her old commands from when they were working together. How cool is that? Even though she may remember all her old commands, Boss continues to reiterate that she will not be working moving forward. Now Cece will focus on what she seems to enjoy doing the most, being a man's best friend. "My best friend," said Boss.
Did you like the story? Check out our channel for more.